So if we're talking dick tattoos, like the guy who comes in a lot has the top of his dick tattooed. He has like a little old school flower on it, and he has the side. He has like this olive branch, and he has some other dots and stuff around it. It looks pretty cool, but
Nice. I never thought about the dick sleeve. That's interesting.
Yeah, you should look it up.
I will. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Nothing But a Good Time. My name is Kevin, and today's guest is tattoo artist Enrico Bandito. He actually is the artist that did all of my tattoos. In today's episode, we talk about the influence of social media on tattoo trends, what life is like inside the tattoo studio, and yes, dick and ass tattoos. Let's get into it. How did Instagram change the way first-time clients walk into your shop?
I think like before Instagram, people had to know from people like what's a good shop, and see from other people's tattoos what they like or what's around, like what types of tattoos you have. And now like there's so much to choose from, so much to see. People think more about their own tattoos. Like back in the days, you just walk in, pick an artist's book, look at the walls, and like, that's a fucking cool tattoo. Let's get this one. Or remember like your grandfather or father had a cool eagle on the arm, and like, maybe I need something like this. Or you saw this cool biker guy in the bar or whatever, like, that's a sick tat. I need something like this. And like, this is all gone.
Are people walking into the shop with a specific idea now? More than before?
Yeah, more. But still, we have like people who are a little bit more into art, or like are a little bit longer in the tattoo world, so they know, like yourself, you know, you know what's cool and what's traditional. Then you have like the classics that are always picked off the wall, or like always, you get some references, but you get the free hand. And we are a shop that still have those people around, but if I hear from a lot of colleagues, like they struggle a little bit with people watching too much Instagram or too much Pinterest to get this same tattoo everyone has. Like, it's more like fashionable than it was back in the days, like almost like a fast fashion trend sometimes. And yeah, we don't really try to go with this flow. But yeah, there are shops who are promoting this stuff and earning a lot of money on it. But I don't know how long they're going to be there, you know, because the trend is always switching. And if you still hold on to the traditional tattoos, like how it went back in the days, like it's logical that it's still here because it was cool back then. So I don't know if that makes any sense.
It does make sense. It does make sense. Yeah. So talking about trends, do you feel like you said there's like fast trends going on?
Yeah.
What do you mean by fast trend? Is it like a style of tattooing, or like a specific design maybe, or a specific location?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Yeah, man.
Because you guys also, you have you have 5 in the studio these days?
Yeah.
6. Okay.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, you have all pretty much some sort of traditional kind of tattoos.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you can do other things.
Yeah, sure.
But mostly traditionals from what I've seen. Yeah. Also knowing that people might come to you guys specifically for that style.
Yeah.
Within still that style of tattooing, do you see also different trends?
Yeah, like because you're a street shop, like everyone can walk in. Like we have our regular customers who pick cool tattoos and like the tradition, but you always have like someone's sister or someone's mother or whatever who still wants to be in a safe surrounding, like knowing the work is good, like the people are good, so they will come by for for these trends. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But most of the time, like if like a person is a little bit older, mature, and like they really want this, like I'm not gonna argue with them because like they're adults and they know what they want. But if it's like a really shitty idea or like a really stupid trend, like we always try to push it a little bit more towards the traditional tattoo. Like tell them like pick something that's timeless or pick something that's not gonna look like shit in 5 years. Like if things are getting tattooed too small, or how a tattoo is aging, like its skin, it sees the sun, you get older, it's just going with the time. It's never gonna look as good as it after the first day it's done. So if it's too small or like it's too thin, and you will go to, I don't know, you go to a month holiday Spain and you tattoo it with really thin gray lines, I can tell you by now it's like let's give it 2 years, it's gone. Or it looks like I don't know, you get a peanut that looks like a potato or whatever. It's called something stupid, but you try to save people a little bit for themselves, because
that's actually a question I had. Because people can walk in and ask for anything, right? Because they have ideas from Instagram or not, or they have something in mind, like, oh, I don't know, like, I think there was a time where you probably saw, like, people wanted to do the infinity sign.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. So
we still have them sometimes.
It's fine. I mean, people will do whatever they want, and that's good.
Yeah.
But I wonder how you deal with an idea that you're like, are you really sure you want to do this? Because it's either a weird location, but mostly maybe a shitty design.
Yeah.
And how do you deal with this actually? Because it's difficult to tell a customer your ideas suck.
You try to like talk about it like really delicate. Maybe ask a colleague like, what do you think about this? Like if you were 3 guys telling like it's not the best idea, it's like 3 against 1.
Yeah.
So, and you try to tell it like in a normal way, not to be too offended. Yeah. Like it's not the best idea, or just tell like this would look better, or like do it like this and it's will be nicer, it will look cooler in a few years, or like try to change their mind a little bit, not too much, but you cannot say it sucks.
No, you can't.
Or maybe if it really sucks, like then you should say it sucks. Like if it's offending or like racist or whatever, I would like tell fuck off, like this shit. But
that doesn't happen, does it?
No, not much. Okay. I think those people are going to a shop that are assholes themselves, so we don't really have those people. But we had some stupid ideas, like this guy. He's always dressed up as an army guy, Timo.
Yes.
He gets a lot of face tattoos.
Yeah, I was there 2 times when he was there doing his head.
Yeah, and like he's a nice guy, but you should protect these guys a little bit for themselves, because like they don't really have the best ideas sometimes. So one time he wanted an avatar arrow on his head.
Wow.
Wow. Because he really likes the series.
Yeah.
Like, and we were like, dude, if you gonna do this, like everyone is gonna call you the avatar guy, like this is not not the best idea. Like
also with the military, because he's wearing a vest, he's wearing like
it's gonna look really, really crazy. And then like Victor, my colleague, was a head tattoo is really cool, but maybe you should think this through. Like an arrow is like really fat, and like really like people will give you this nickname, like just get something else that looks cool. And eventually he got some, I think it has to do something with a tarot card or something like this,
Right.
but like with a really old style with etching and stuff to I don't know, goes a little bit better with his head as well, like the shape of his head. And in the end, he was really happy. Like we told him this, and we still make jokes about him. Like when he comes in, like, "Hey, after guy," and then he's like, every time he's like, "Oh shit."
You saved him. in a
Yeah,
way.
but that's how you like make it a little bit funny, or like tell them there's something better they can do, or something like this. Yeah.
Yeah. I think offering an alternative is a good way
right.
to say, okay, cool, but
Yeah, exactly.
look at this. Did you think of this?
Yeah,
Nice.
exactly. Did you think of this, or like?
And also you have like, because I saw you, I see you guys a lot when we go when I come to you, and you're like, okay, I have no idea of the location.
Yeah.
Then we check a couple of things, and then you're like, okay, but what do you think of this? And then we put it there, like, oh, this is matching here because of the muscle and the shape.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I also trust you because you've been doing this for years, and I know that if you offer a specific location or like angle, it's gonna work out. You're not gonna try to trick me. You have nothing to win with this. So
no.
It's also I think a certain trust that you have to give to the person that you go to.
Yeah,
as
sure.
well.
Yeah. And that's also like a big part of the job. I think like not all bodies are the same. Like not all tattoos are located the same. So yeah, like I tattoo you a lot. So if I'm gonna
Only you actually. I only have you on me. So
if I'm gonna put the stencil, if I put a fucked up stencil on your arm, like, and I cannot put something nice next to it, or like it's gonna look awkward, like I cut myself in the fingers, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm gonna look at it like, no, this looks like shit, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Even if the people coming from other places or going to other places, then they're like, oh, where did you get this? Oh, I went to Prick Tattoo, and they're like, oh, that's fucking shit. So,
right?
you don't want to have this as well. Yeah.
And also, if you go, like you said, if you go to a different shop, like I've also tattooed a lot of people coming from a different shop or like collecting tattoos or whatever, and then they come to you and they have like this shitty spot left, and like, fuck my life, like who did this? Like why you leave me with this spot? And then you have to start a whole different process. Like you have to either freehand it or like first think of what is possible. Like a lot of things is off the table because the spot is weird. Like if you have like a large like I don't know, a round shape, there's not gonna you're not gonna put a square in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like a lot of options, they're
not possible.
they're not possible anymore. Yeah.
Don't you have anywhere at some point like limited, because I mean you're probably like what, 95% tattooed?
I think so. I have the
90
left side still empty.
Nice.
My ass is still empty.
Yeah, that's also one of the questions I have for later, but we'll save it for a couple of zips of beer first.
Yeah, sure.
But at some point, you have like weird like places if you really want to fill. So I see a lot of like people do some stars or some like little fillers, but at some point you gotta, if you want to, fill things, you gotta adapt and maybe do freehanding, and so that's part of the process eventually. Yeah.
Yeah, and still, like, it's something you want to do in the end. Like, if it's misplaced, you should, then you have to. But the freehanding stuff, I never freehanded stuff on you. I think.
No. But I also, coming back to Instagram, because most of what I've seen is either YouTube, like artists doing stuff, or people that I follow that have tattoos that actually got me into thinking, I could maybe get that as well. Yeah. Into looking around. So a little bit backstory. We grew up in my family, there's no tattoos. Yeah. My mom, at some point, maybe now, I'm thinking it's maybe 15 years ago, She got a first tattoo here, and we were like, what the fuck? My parents were separated, and not that it matters about a lot, but like with my brother, we were like, what the fuck? Like she got a tattoo, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy, and also like I think
but
I don't
15
know,
years ago,
15 years
it was a little bit more crazy.
Yeah, it was a bit
now.
more crazy.
Yeah. Sure.
Might have been more or less 15 years.
Yeah.
But she's like, okay, I want to do it here because I can hide it with sleeves and a watch.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. And then she did, I think, another one more recently. And I mean, more recently, probably like 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Yep.
And then my brother got one, and I was like, what the fuck, guys? I was like, yeah, and he got a big tree, like a beautiful tree, but like, and maybe the mountains, a mountain line from Switzerland where we live,
sick, yeah.
From where we live in Lausanne, you can see different mountains, I think, and that's what he did, which is pretty nice. And then he did the fucking huge tree, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
It starts with
I had nothing. I had nothing, and I always swore like I don't want to do any of this. I cannot commit to any forever stuff. And then one day I think I watched a video, and then there was the guy explaining how his tattoos are not something that he wakes up and sees. It's just like it's part of you. Like you don't even pay attention to it.
No.
Unless actively you look at something or you search for design, like to look or I have a skull. And it's just it's there. It's part of you. It's not even. And I found this so liberating in a way that I was like, oh, yes.
Yeah, but
yes, it makes sense. I'm not going to see it. It's going to be part of me. And also, he was really saying like, I don't really regret any. And if I'm not so happy with certain ones, it's still a little bit of a stamp of a time in my life.
Exactly.
A memory of. Yeah. So even if you don't like it, it's still a memory of that specific time. Yeah. And I thought like, this is cool. And then I looked into different styles, and I found you guys in the traditional style, which I think is just timeless.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I started with this, but. Yeah, fucking cool. So I was the last one from my brother and mother to get, but crazy. I have the most amount now because I'm catching up every time with 2. So yeah, fucking love it.
I remember you coming in for the first one.
Yeah,
was the ship.
The ship, yeah, the ship, yeah.
But so, for your first tattoo, it's pretty crazy,
Yeah, I remember you guys were like, that's a nice first tattoo. I was like, they probably say this to everyone,
No, like a lot of people get like a small one for the first time, and then later on, like if they get into traditional tattoos, like they cover it, or because if you get like a small tattoo, it's cool for a filler, but if you want to get into the traditional style, like it's cooler to have like all big, not all big, but you know what I mean, like
a good piece, like yeah, with intention. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that was what I thought. Strong, bold stuff, like you can see from the other side of the street. So when you come in and like ask for a ship for the first tattoo, it's not for everyone,
Yeah.
So you didn't thought it too much true, but also you did in a good way. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I really wanted to. I was committed because that's funny. I just said I'd never wanted to have tattoos before that.
Yeah.
And from that moment, what I just explained, I was like, I'm gonna get covered. It was no in between. It was like I'm gonna go full in.
Sick.
Because I didn't want to get one piece. Because when I look at people who have one piece, I'm like, oh, that's cool. But like, where's the rest? Like, if you like it, you're gonna do it again.
Yeah.
And you're gonna want more. And I was like, I know, I'm gonna get addicted, like most people, I guess.
Yeah,
and then you just come back and then you want more. And
it's just a little bit, how you say this, like it is addictive, but also not. But I think you get so much happiness from the first few weeks looking at it, like. And then after you get used to it, like you want this same high again, you know what I mean?
I agree. Yeah, it's true.
It's not even the tattooing itself. It just, I think, having like something new.
Yeah, it's like collecting anything.
Yeah, like collecting. Yeah, exactly.
For me, it's like collecting stamps or whatever.
Exactly.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
Collecting designs.
It makes a little bit sense. Yeah.
Except
not-
some you cannot see because they're, you're like,
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
but-
yeah.
but-
like,
but it's gonna look weird if you have like all only
Yeah.
front stuff tattooed. Same with people.
which is a little bit what I have now, actually, because back.
You have the chest.
I have the
chest.
chest. I have the chest, but back is free.
Yeah.
And I only have, I think it's the lady here.
Yeah,
Yeah. And now we did this one last.
yeah.
And I also have a little bit the tiger on the back here. A little bit.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you see me from behind, there's just those two now, and it's blank. And I'm like, fuck. Now I look
Yeah.
like a one side pancake, like burn on one side and white on the other. So,
Yeah, but
also it's a process.
exactly. And you cannot do like everything at one time. But I think I started my back also like 5 years ago, something like this, 5-6 years ago, and then I already had like fully front.
I think the
But-
back is one of the last thing you do, right? Because usually it's a big
Yeah,
piece.
I had this guy who came in for his first tattoo, a little bit like you, but he wanted to start his back, and like everyone knows, your back is like
Oh, fuck.
pain in the ass. It's like, especially the lower back, and it just takes a lot of time. Like I think normally I line a back piece in 3 till 5 hours, but because it's from down below to the neck up, like the lines are long and the lines are big, and I don't know, man. It's shit.
As a first tattoo, that's insane.
Yeah, so I told him like, man, you should get a different tattoo first. And I was like, yeah, I had this other idea. I want to get a raven on my belly.
Okay.
okay, that's a little bit better, but it's still gonna hurt like
Yeah.
shit,
Two shitty placements.
Yeah, man. But then we first did the raven on the belly.
Yeah.
And this guy he didn't give a shit.
Wow.
Then I was like, okay, man, if you can do this with
You
your
sit
back,
well, yeah.
it's okay, man. I want to try it. But you also don't want to fuck somebody's first experience up, So, you want a full back piece tattoo for the first time? Yeah, cool, let's go. And then when you pull the first line from down below to the upper neck part, and like, shh, okay, man, let's stop. you almost help somebody to a different world. You don't want to do this for the first tattoo, right?
And that probably happened. That guys came in for a specific location.
sure,
You're like,
yeah.
this is gonna hurt, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, well, let's go. And then
Yeah.
after 5 minutes, they're like, I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then do they come back? Or
I had it happened once. This guy didn't came back.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was really weird because he had some tattoos on the arm, so he knew a little bit what was up. But you also know, like, the chest is shit.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Not great. But also not horrible.
No, there are.
It was
worse
manageable.
spots.
Yeah. But we
it is
did it. We did
manageable.
also 2 times. We did the lines
exactly.
and then the
Yeah.
colors. Yeah.
So I also told this guy, and he was like, "No, I can do this in one sitting." I'm like, "Okay." We try, and then the first 3-4 lines, he was laying down, and after the third line, he was coming up like this, and he watched at me, and I was like, "Yo, what are you doing? Like, you need to lay down when I'm pulling lines on your chest." It's like, I have to take a little break, man. I'm gonna smoke some weed, and I'll be back, and I will feel a little bit. I feel a lot better. And like my colleague was like, we all know, like, for most people, it doesn't work to smoke weed because you're gonna think about it too much. You're gonna, at least if I speak for myself, like you're laying down and it's just you with the pain. Like if you're not, you're gonna focus too much on like getting tattooed and stuff. And
Is it increasing also maybe
I
the
think
sensations
so. Yeah.
a little bit?
Then it's better just to drink a beer or whatever, to lose a little bit up or to take some painkillers, but not to smoke weed, or yeah, it's just fucked up. And then he smoked and he came back. He was all white. Like, I looked at my colleague, this is not gonna work out, you know. And then I think after 2 lines, he came up again, looked at me and said, "This is not gonna work. Can I make a new appointment?" I said, "Yeah, sure." Then we stopped. Like, I had to freehand everything next time because the lines were not in. So it's like shit. You have like a half thing done, but he really couldn't handle it. So it's the only option. Then Corona hit, and he texted me one time like, after Corona we're gonna start doing the chess piece again. I was like, yeah, if you really want, you can just come over and we close the shop, and I can still do it now, you know. We don't have to wait for the shop to be open. Like, we can do it in private setting or whatever. Like, no problem, because it's a big piece. Like, I want to make time for it. And also, I got a little bit bored in Corona time, so yeah, fuck it. And then he answered like, "No, for my own safety and health, I think I'll wait till the Corona is over, because maybe now it's a little bit too dangerous." And from that moment, I knew like, this guy is never coming back. And he didn't.
Yeah, because you gave him the option. He was like, "Oh shit, now I have to go." Oh, shit.
Yeah. And then he came up with this bullshit, and I still wonder what happened to this piece. You know, like, is he still walking around with a few lines and a little bit of shading, or because people are gonna tell you, right?
Yeah.
At least I would, if I would see somebody on the beach, or at least like. Or in the shop, or like with my colleagues, say, "Who's this guy?
What's the story there?" Yeah.
What's with the other half? Like, what happened there?
Man.
Yeah, man.
And especially the chest. If it's the chest, it's just you cannot escape it. Like on the arm, it could be discreet if you have other tattoos.
Yeah, exactly.
But the chest is
and also like a symmetrical piece, and like there was a little bit of this part done, and then I thought, okay, maybe I switch to the other side, like up. Maybe it goes a little bit better. You know, sometimes you get used to the feeling a little bit. So let's try it here. Like, I'm definitely not gonna try it here, because then
he's out. Yeah.
No, it's not gonna work. So I think I did a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and that was it.
Shit.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah. Oh fuck.
So it obviously gonna look really stupid.
Well, hopefully he did something about this.
I hope so. Yeah,
I hope for him. Yeah.
Maybe get anesthesia like they do. In the States now.
I've seen this again on Instagram, and I was like, this cannot be good.
Yeah.
Anesthesia.
Actually, guy died from it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. Because I think anesthesia already health-wise, it's not the best thing when you're fully like asleep.
Yeah.
And if you have to get your body such a shock in one go, like 5 guys tattooing you.
I think he got a heart attack or something.
Man, it's
like
insane.
This.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I get it, but also it kind of ruins the process of we just talked about, collecting the pieces.
Yeah. But it's always these guys who want like full realistic bodysuits.
Yeah.
I think you will never see a traditional guy going under anesthesia to get like a full patchwork sleeve, because first, no one's gonna think you're cool, like, and it's also gonna look, I think, a little bit too perfect. Like, I think it's way cooler to see the process in it. Yeah, like different types of tattoos, different times. Yeah. You know, like, if it's gonna be in one part, like everything has to thought so true, it's not gonna look cool anymore, I think. Like, it has to be a little bit like pirate looking, cool, like nonchalant. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good, but not perfect.
Exactly. It has to be a little bit playful, you know?
I get it. Makes sense.
Not too perfect, because then it's not gonna look tough anymore, I think.
Yeah, I can see it. Also, I feel like I save a lot of designs on my Instagram page, or like whatever, Pinterest, or although Pinterest is actually shit for tattoos, on Instagram. And I'm like, I go through them like every 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, cool. And then I see, I've done this already before. Or this one I liked, but not now.
Yeah.
And then maybe in a year, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the fucking thing I want to do now. And I think
you can feel it.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
You have a feeling. Exactly. That's my point. And I'm like, okay, now I feel like I want to get the stairs with the arch and everything and the door. And then, but maybe in 2 years, I feel like, oh, I really don't feel like this kind of design now. I want to have something more like the wizard or whatever.
Yeah.
So
the wizard is fucking cool.
yeah, wizards fucking
cool. Wizards are fucking cool.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Also, it's my first time getting purple, so I didn't have any purple
really
before. Yeah.
Love like
I love it.
Purple, especially with the yellow and stuff. But I think it sounds maybe a little bit weird, but like purple is also not a color people would pick for the first tattoo.
No, but it's because it's weird.
Yeah, it's not usual.
Yeah, and also, what do you draw that would be purple? Also, you know, it's like it has to fit the design.
Yeah,
I think the first time I saw purple from you on your design on your Instagram was a Pokemon.
Oh,
you did a couple of those Pokemon.
Yeah.
I was like,
I did a Gengar with a gold tooth.
Yeah. And I saw a couple of those. I was like, wow, the color is fucking cool, you know.
It's cool.
And at the time, I was still doing only the traditional colors.
Yeah,
really only those. The green.
Yeah.
And then one day, I think it was the tiger.
We did a little bit blue.
And you want to have blue. And I was like, fuck, do I want to have blue? Because I love the fucking blue. I mean, blue is beautiful, but I was like, do I want to get out of this bubble? And you were like, yeah, it's going to be cool. And I was like, okay, I trust you. And then
now you have a lot
I have more colors and I love it. I fucking love it. It's really cool.
It stands a little bit more out than just the red, green, and yellow. But together with all the red, green, and yellow, like it blends also in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's what you guys said. You were saying like once you have all the colors, you can still match with the traditional. You can match all the colors as well. It's still gonna look nice together. Yeah, and I agree. Yeah, because I still also like a lot when you have people who have like sort of like bicolors, like maybe a red and black, or maybe red, blue, black, or whatever, and it's a nice ensemble. I don't know, it's like a whole nice design pack. But like you said a little bit, it looks kind of like too perfect. It's too good. It's too like, where's the, I didn't plan this. This is different.
Exactly.
Like, it looks amazing. And I'm like, I really liked it. But do I want to have this perfection? Like, I like the differences and the,
And it's also, I don't know, it maybe a little bit like tells something about you as a person as well. Like if you have everything so perfect, you almost should be like maybe a little bit micromanaging guy or like
interesting.
You know what I mean? Like too perfect. Yeah. Like maybe a little bit unsecure not too sure about yourself. Or
do you see this a lot? I mean it's difficult for you if you don't know the people, right? But do you feel like some clients, when you see their requests in design, color, location, and the way they ask you to do things, that it sort of match their personality? So maybe the people you know as well that come in the shop. Yeah?
Yeah, I never thought about this, but I think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I always try to fit the design for the person, but sometimes it's not always right. You know what I mean? And then also for myself, I feel like making it a tattoo that I could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if person is too pushy, it says something also about the person. But it doesn't really happen too much. Because I also think if a person really wants that, he's gonna look for the guy who post this on Instagram, of course. Like I think you'll do a lot of research before you get this, if you like this guy or girl. I think if people see my work, they're not like I'm not the guy to do this.
Your work is speaking for yourself.
I think so.
Yeah.
Like I'm not the guy who's gonna make a perfect sleeve for you.
Yeah. And also, I think
in my way, I do, but not like what we talked about with all the perfect colors and
Yeah. Doesn't match your
no
kind of work and style. And
because also for myself, I'm also like try to evolve or like do new stuff or like try different colors. And if people want to work with that, I think that's also makes the job really cool.
quick break, just to say thank you for listening and for watching. If you are enjoying this episode, give us a follow, give us a like, maybe even share this episode with someone who might like it. That really would help the show. That's it, I promise. Let's go back to the show. How did you get started with tattooing? How do you we were talking just before we recorded that you went to a local school here for I guess art. I guess it's
I did interior designing slash wall paintings.
okay. Yeah.
Like decorative paintings.
Yeah.
Like murals and stuff. It was a combined. It was combined where you had to draw like not necessarily only interior but also for I don't know festivals, bars, 3D drawings with maps in different kind of styles, and thereby you would make paintings or wall paintings, stuff like this. Yeah.
Okay. So were you also drawing or painting before going to that school, or you went? Yeah.
I started out with painting graffiti.
Okay.
But before that, I also I was always drawing. Yeah.
And then
Didn't care too much about school, like only drawing in my math books and stuff. Yeah.
Well, that worked out.
Yeah. My parents in the beginning were not too much of a fan because I think I started at the HAVO VWO, like split class. Then I went to the TL, like the MAVO, and I finished this easy. So like, oh, you could do so much better. But yeah, in the end it worked out. Like I didn't really care about about going to school too much because
you had your thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So
I already knew like I'm not gonna be working at a desk or
Was there something else that you had in mind, maybe outside like the artist field?
No, I don't know.
No, it was always that.
Yeah, I before I were like getting into the tattoo stuff, I started as like doing wall paintings, like for myself. Like when I finished school, I worked at this company who did a lot of stuff for festivals, and I used to paint like the decor for the place or stuff like this. Also at people's homes and stuff, like doing wall paintings in the living room.
So not just graffiti, also like paint. Like
also paint.
Yeah.
And I would sell some paintings myself. Like I would do some stuff at home and sell this, or almost like everything had to do with art. I would take, like if people had a baby born, they would ask me to make the card or whatever. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And that's how
cool.
I started tattooing. Yeah. Also in this way, like friends of mine they knew I were always drawing. They would ask me eventually when we were a little bit older, because like I have a lot of friends like with creative backgrounds or like skateboarders or whatever. Always a little bit like out of the box people. And eventually they were asking to draw tattoos for them. And it got a little bit out of hand. Like I was drawing more tattoos than other stuff, and I got kind of into the tattoo drawing and the traditional style, and was like, oh man, this is also the simplicity and the strong image it represents. It's like it's almost too perfect. Like it never gets boring. It's like it's so timeless. It's so strong. I had this one friend who eventually was asking. I think I drew like 3 or 4 tattoos for him already, and then he asked like, "Man, this is like the 4th you're drawing for me. Don't you wanna try like putting it on me?" I was like, "Okay, yeah, why not?" Like, I tried a lot of mediums, like with the pencil, with brushes, with spray paint, whatever. I was like, okay, fuck it, I'll just buy a machine. I bought the machine, and it was like the lily of Florence. It looks a little bit like a French lily. You know what I mean? Like the stamp. But Florence has also one, and it was all black. So I was like, maybe it's not too hard to try this, because I can make a little mistake and put the line straight, or like, because it's gonna be all black. Oh. And that was my first tattoo. But it was hard as fuck. Because I didn't know about stretching or like different parts of the body. Like, it was on the back of an ankle, like down below it's like really tight, and more up it's like a little bit more round, stuff like this. You don't think about this until you start tattooing. I did another one, I think for his birthday. We did, I don't remember what age it was, I think maybe 28, something like this. And I put in some old English style font. I made this 28 for his birthday, and we put this on his leg as a memory of him being 28. Yeah. And that's how it started off. But I really struggled finding the right needles, the right equipment, how to use the machine properly with the voltage, the depth of the skin, stuff like this. So I also made a lot of fuck ups, you know, also on my own leg, because I was like, okay, I cannot practice only on him. So I started tattooing my own leg. Like this, it's all covered now because it looked like shit. I only have one square on the side of my leg. It was my first one on myself. I'm not gonna cover it because it was the first one I ever did. I even did it before I tattooed my friend, just to try, like, see if the ink would hold and if I would not scar him, you know. But then I went to a tattoo shop who made traditional tattoos. It was Magic Tattoo from Dick de Wit at the Voorstraat, who was tattooing. I think he has a shop now for 42 years, something like this.
Wow.
Yeah, he's like, I think he started 83, something like this. Yeah, really old school guy, like old school tattoos. So I was like, I should be around a guy like this to learn stuff like this. And I had quite a portfolio, like, just from making all the drawings, and I just grabbed everything I had and showed him, asked if I could maybe be an apprentice. And that's how I started eventually, like mopping the floor and opening the shop, picking up the phone calls. It was called the shop manager / apprentice, but actually I had to do all the shitty things. And when he was tattooing, was like, come watch this, like check out this needle. And yeah, that's how you got into it. Like, you didn't have any online courses, or nowadays you can learn tattooing in 3 days in the...
Oh boy.
Yeah, they sell it like this, but you can pay like I think 2,000-3,000 euros to learn tattooing in a weekend or whatever. Yeah, but back then it was all gatekept, you know.
Yeah.
There was nothing online. You couldn't order a machine. You really had to learn from someone who was already in the business, or else you would, like, he always would tell me also, like, you should not give everyone a piece of the pie. Like, and when I think there were like 6 or 7 shops in Utrecht when I started. I think now there's like 50.
Wow. 6, 7 is already a lot.
Yeah.
For that time.
Yeah, but I started, I think it's already 13 years, something like this. I started when I was 21. I'm 34 now. So I think 13, 14 years, something like this. I don't know exactly, but yeah.
And then eventually you do your drawings, you learn from that person that is showing you a little bit all the ropes and how it works, and then you do maybe some like work on people more and more and more, and then
you started out with small things like
infinity sign.
The stuff the other guys didn't want to do.
Yeah.
And it started with like we had the walk-in Saturdays, and it was always really busy. Like my old colleague, he still has photos. There was a line in front of the shop because everyone was so fully booked because there was not much shops, and Saturday was walking day, and you could go get a tattoo without an appointment. And because it was so busy, I had to do the communicating with the clients, and I had to draw the designs. So the only thing the guys were doing, but because it were all quite simple tattoos, like if you want a back piece or whatever, of course you're not gonna go on walking day to get a tattoo. It's like you get the small tattoos, and I think the starting price was like 50 euros.
Oh wow! Yeah,
yeah, back then, yeah. And then I would make the drawings and also make the stencil.
Yep.
And just give the guys the stencil. Yeah, first check with them, of course, if it was okay and like if it was tattooable for them as well. And when I get the go, I made a stencil, give it to them, they put it on, and they would tattoo it. And that's also how a big part of how you learn what's good and what's not. Like, this is too small, this is too like too complicated together. Like you're really thinking in tattoos. And I think that's how I learned the most. Like, you have to switch, you have to make a perfect design in not so much time. And don't think about it too much, because also if you overthink stuff, it's not gonna look nice. So after 2 or 3 years, I think 2.5, 3 years, I could start on my friends in the shop, like doing flash pieces, only flash. And I first had to check with Dicky, my mentor, if the flash was good and like how I would color it, and like all these rules, no black against black, like this kind of amount of black, this amount of red, or this amount of, like, everything had to be good, and then the line thick had to match the design. And I would always check this with him first, like if it was good, and then the two with his supervision, like he was always looking like this while I was tattooing, and until it was good enough to like the two customers. And then still I had to do the shitty things, like build my own clientele, and if there was a walk-in, everyone who was busy, then I could do it, stuff like this. Yeah,
I feel like it's a good way to start, because it really shows you all the aspects of the business. And you're not gonna start and take customers and tattoo them.
No, never. And people also forget this as well. Yeah.
And also shows all the parts that people don't see, think about. They think, oh, you make a design and you put it on the skin, but it's way more complex than this. There's more work behind it. Yeah. And we talked about the locations and the angles and the sizes, and I think this is a part of the business that is maybe not recognized enough. I feel like maybe people don't value this enough. But they're like, oh, it's expensive. But like, there's a lot of work and equipment that you need, and also it's a knowledge,
experience, you know,
experience.
Exactly. Yeah. And I also think, like, nowadays you have a lot of guys, especially after the Corona times, like they think, oh, I'm gonna start this side hobby because I don't really like my job. Like, I'll just start tattooing or whatever because I can draw, and they skip this whole line of work. and they start a shop and they think like people are coming to them and get tattooed, but that's not how it works. So you see a lot of shops, but you see also a lot of shops closing. Like, I think we have the shop now for almost 8 years, and I had this conversation with my colleague a few days ago, and he was also saying like, people at our shop are not getting more tattoos, or we don't get so much new people, but the people we have are getting better tattoos. So we still have the same amount of work, but more complicated, more cool, more big, like stuff like this, like the small stuff, or the regular stuff is just spreading like to other people. And I think because we still hold on to the tradition, like this is also the people who are gonna stay. Yeah. And I learned this from the shop I started as well, because they're also still doing the same, and they're still there, and they started in '83. So
that's awesome.
It says something about the style, about the
and also their work ethics as well, the way they work, and
maybe a little bit. They're a little bit. I wouldn't say old, but like
really old school. Like
they're really old school.
Yeah.
I think if you would start a shop now and act like this, you're not gonna make it.
Right.
But because they're doing this thing for so long, and they have the shop name, and they're like, they still have their own clientele and stuff like this.
Like the legacy.
I think the Gen Z kids are not. They're not gonna survive 1 hour or one minute in that shop. Like they're gonna cry because they're like tough people, like nice people, but like they're like we just talked about. Like you shouldn't tell people, or you should tell people in a nice way, it's not the best idea. Like they would tell you, it's gonna look like shit.
Tough love.
Yeah. And they're probably right.
Yeah. But they will not try to be this is shit.
This is shit.
Get out.
Yeah. And I saw this as well, I saw them doing this as well.
When I was preparing a little bit the chat for tonight, I had a look at the history of tattooing and a little bit, because I had no idea of how things came together, or at least not much. And I found an interesting fact. Have you heard of like this? They found a corpse of they call Ötzi, the Iceman.
Yeah, the ice. I saw it.
So we had this like at school in like history classes, and like Ötzi, it was found in between Italy and Austria, I think, in the mountains in the Alps, which is also nearby where I'm from. So
it was quite big news. I think.
It was, and it's still, because I think it's the oldest well-conserved body that they found. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I think I'm maybe wrong, so just double check what I'm saying.
I will check.
Not Joe Rogan here, so
you're gonna get all comments like this is not true.
History lesson, guys, listen up.
Different channel.
Yeah,
history channel.
Imagine. And the body is 5,300 years old.
Yeah.
From what they...
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? And it's pretty well conserved. And Ötzi had tattoos.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know. And I learned that today. And I was like...
Really like tribal
so it's
tattoos.
like sort of... I actually have a picture I'm gonna quickly show you, because I think it's pretty interesting. He had those like sort of tribal... like...
Yeah.
And it's crazy to think that this is more than 5,000 years old.
It's still in there,
and it's he had a good tattooer. Yeah. So I had no clue, and I thought like this is insane, because tattooing is one of the oldest art form that exists, and we have proof of that.
Yeah.
And seeing that. Technology has changed a lot, because back then it was like with bones and whatever,
they would
chalk,
it with bones,
charcoal or whatever, So I want, and that makes me think about technology. When you started, versus now, and now we live in the time of AI and robotics and everything. I was curious to know, when you started versus now, do you see a big difference in terms of technology used for tattooing?
Yeah, especially what you say with AI. Yeah.
How do you see it?
People come in with AI designs created by themselves. Like traditional.
Are they good? Are they good, or like ChatGPT?
Most of them have like 6 fingers, or like you can easily tell like it's AI. But yeah, sometimes I know a lot of some people sometimes I use it myself, like just to make an image, not a tattoo. Like if people have like really complicated custom designs, like and there's no reference of it, like nothing at all, because traditional tattoos come from a reference, or it's an old painting, or it's an old book, or even like a Lucifer matchbox or whatever, and you try to make a tattoo of this image, like still make it traditional, but if it's like a really weird setting, like I cannot really think about it a quick one, but I don't know, just a farmer in a Ferrari with a cow next to it or whatever, you know what I mean? We used it for a shirt because we had this old school back piece from Bert Grimm. You had the ship in the middle with the sharks on top with an anchor behind it, and we wanted it to make a little bit more new school, weird, because my colleagues had taken mushrooms, and instead of the sharks he made like pink dolphins, and my other colleague made a chrome anchor, and I was like, we need to think of something in the middle instead of the ship, because I already drew the ship, but then they all went crazy on it because I was the only one who didn't take mushrooms. So I had the ship and then they went crazy. I was like, okay, this is no match. And then they came with, let's do a gorilla on a jet ski with a golden chain. You remember the shirt?
I have the shirt.
Oh, you have the shirt?
I have the shirt. Yeah. I'll put it on the screen as well.
And then my colleague was like, okay, let's just ask AI to generate a gorilla on a jet ski, but not in a tattoo form, just like an image of a gorilla on a jet ski. And I traced it as a traditional tattoo. So that's a way
to create the reference,
exactly,
and then you transform it into the tattoo.
Because also a lot of references from traditional tattoos are, especially pin-ups, are just old photos of women in the 30s, in the 1930s, stuff like this, and they're all created as a same as the one on your arm. It's also from a diving girl, and it's traced. I think it's also the original one is from a photo of a woman diving, but it's made as a tattoo. So yeah, if you want to make weird stuff, it's definitely an option to use this. But when you try to use it as a traditional tattoo image, it's not gonna look traditional because it's AI generated, and the computer doesn't really know how to create this old school vibe. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you instantly see it's gonna look off. If it's not hand drawn or like hand traced, it's gonna look off. So that's a huge difference. Like people coming in with this stuff, like they ask ChatGPT to make a design and they wanted to have it tattooed like this, then I would tell no, like I'm not gonna do this.
It's maybe the good start of an idea.
Yeah, for an idea, it's okay.
But then you need to finish and, adapt it to the real world and the real style.
Because it's also, most of the time, it's not tattooable.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a tattoo, but it's more like something you get with the gums, you know, like something you put on. It looks, yeah. When you put it on with water and like as a sticker, it will look a little bit like a tattoo, but it's not. You cannot use it for a tattoo.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not gonna age well. It's not gonna. The colors are off. You can easily see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think this is the biggest thing. But yeah, also with booking and stuff, like through Instagram, it's also like a way different game. Like people doing promos or like I'm not the guy who. Yeah, I try to take a little bit off this, you know. Like I only use Instagram to show my tattoos, and I do the booking by DM or good customers, like they have my number, but I'm not gonna show myself out there like I'm some kind of clown, like using my face to sell. Like obviously I'm not like I have a model face, but you know, people are trying to dress up as tattooers, selling themselves as tattooers, but the work is shit. Like I try to use my work to sell itself, you know, instead of like. And there's like a pretty big gap, like people doing dances selling tattoos.
Dances.
Like back in the days, I just name something, you know, or like
actually now I remember
music.
actually I was following an artist, a woman, and she was doing a lot of dances.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like back in the days, you would be laughed at, man. Like you had to be tough to be a tattooer. Like now you have to do dances to be a tattooer.
Yeah, the TikTok world.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. That's a big difference.
Also, it is like a part of being, again, social media. So you want to have your work, which is tattooing people in your shop.
Yeah.
And then because social media is used as a portfolio, then people also want to develop their online presence, and they become sort of like this influencer type. Like I'm gonna dress up, like, you know, like you said, like, and also show up my my outfit of the day.
Yeah,
and like, I mean, nothing wrong, but it's two different things, right? Then you're trying to you sort of sell. Yeah, different things.
And and maybe it's also because like I'm tattooing for a little bit longer. Like I come from an old shop. Like I'm not used to dance and like film myself doing tattoos. Like you see the what was a trend lately? Like come do a tattoo day with me, or I don't know what. You know what I mean? Like
from the wake up in the morning, going to the shop, setting up the things,
like
first
who
client.
Cares? Like I don't care. So why should people like? Yeah, I don't know. It feels a little bit weird. And
I think it's a different way of using the platform.
Yeah, but it's only because it's a trend. Like people want to get more views, so they use this trend to get more views for their tattoos. So I understand why people do it, but still, for me, it feels like if your work is good, you don't have to do it. Like I don't have 10,000 of followers, but I still have bookings every day. Yeah,
which is what you want in the end of the day, right?
And I don't want to. For me, it feels, but it's also maybe because I'm a little bit older. For me, it feels like another full-time job to make all this content, and I'm not good at it, so it takes a lot of time to know how to do it, how to edit it, stuff like this. And it's I don't know, man. I would rather put my focus in to paint more flash, or to make better tattoos, or to, I don't know, have painting nights with my colleagues or whatever, instead of like sitting home editing my tattoo videos. Like, you know, like on to the next one. Like I want to do the next day, I want to do a better tattoo, and the day after I want to do a better tattoo. And I think it takes the reality of tattooing a little bit away from what it should be. Like it's not. It shouldn't be all this content, and it. Yeah, I think we should take a step back, and it should look good in real life. You know, like you see a good tattoo from the other side of the street, stuff like this. You hear from your friends like, oh, you know, this guy got a new tattoo in his neck, looks fucking sick. Instead of watching all these stupid videos.
Your work will speak for itself.
Yeah.
And those videos, the lifestyle are just going to be Instagram, like when you're shitting and then you're looking at Instagram, you're like, oh, cool. Like the day in the life of a tattoo artist. Like I honestly think it's interesting. I would be interested. Like if you say tomorrow I'm doing a video like this, I'll be like, cool, man. I'm going to watch. Now, if you do this every week, I'm going to be like, okay, like, I don't care. Like I've seen it once. I want to see it once, and then the rest I want to see your work. But this doesn't last. It's just like, oh, gone.
Yeah, it's a trend.
Swipe.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I can imagine like people find it interesting, of course, but still, for myself, I wouldn't feel comfortable doing it. I don't know why, but
you don't have to.
yeah, I don't have to, but I know it's just not for me. Yeah,
good. Nowadays, we see people getting more and more healthy, like less alcohol, less drugs, or whatever. So people are getting more conscious about their health.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see, according to you, do you think, more people also maybe avoiding tattoos at some point?
Of health
because of the health, because of the like, I try to have longevity and like, you know. So now it's still growing. I think I will check actually the stats again. ChatGPT, double check. Don't take my. In Europe, there's like 25-ish% of people are smoking.
Yeah,
and it's coming down.
Yeah,
and nowadays there's also about 25% of the population in Europe that is tattooed, and it's going up.
Yeah.
So you see those trends.
I think in like England is like 40% or something.
It's probably there are countries where they also like the Balkans where they smoke like a lot. So like it's just an average. Yes. Okay. I was just
smoke all day long.
So Central Europe-ish. But I wonder up to where do you think it's gonna still increase in terms of people getting tattooed, or are we gonna plateau because of that, or for other reason? What's your point of view on that?
I don't know if it's because health-wise, they're still like figuring out if tattooing is good or bad. They don't really have an answer for it. I had this conversation with older tattooers as well, and like everyone's saying this stuff is going good for so long. Like no one ever died from tattooing. From smoking, obviously people die. From drinking as well. So yeah, I don't really think like statistically there would not be, it would be weird to go down unless they find something like really bad for tattooing.
Yeah.
But I don't think there is, because the ink will go into the skin. It will not get into the blood, so it will stay in the dermis layer and in the second layer, and it's staying there well. It's chilling there. You know what I mean? So I don't think it will, unless they find something.
Yeah.
But yeah, obviously no one died.
Not yet.
No, no, but like,
no, but you're right. There's then
even people get tattooed since whenever, and no
Ötzi had tattoos, and he died, I think, from arrow shots or broken whatever.
I think
so
that would be.
We're gonna die with an arrow shot before we die from tattoos. Okay. Watch out for arrows in the streets.
Yeah, man. Or you get hit by a car or whatever, or from smoking. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Okay.
But I can imagine, like, if you like really like, there are some theories about like hydration of the body and stuff. Like, if there's a lot of ink, it can do something with the hydration of the body. But still, there are other spots where you can hydrate from or whatever. Yeah.
Do you have any tattoos you regret?
I had some.
Had as in you covered them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I had some ex's name,
of course.
obviously. Stupid. That is covered. And like I said in the earlier, like I had some old tattoos I did that were not the best, not the nicest, who who think look a little shit with the rest I got now. So I also covered it. But it's only because they were like really ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, yeah, there were some, yeah, like we talked earlier, like I still have some tattoos I shouldn't get nowadays, but yeah, they're still a part of the process and remembers of a good time. So yeah.
Yeah. I can see it.
Yeah.
So it's not really a regret, but more like a memory. Yeah.
Yeah. And the ones I regretted, they're gone.
No, they hidden.
Yeah.
No one knows.
Like the ones I did myself that were really ugly. They were just like blown out lines and like not so nice girl faces. There's one underneath here. It was half a knife. Now it's a fish.
Okay. Oh yeah. I was like,
You
I
can
was
still
searching for
see it
it.
a little bit through.
Okay.
But like it was only lines. It was really weird, and like this is all full and filled, so it would stand really off. Yeah.
So to come back to the ass story, because I
yeah.
So that's a discussion I had with my girlfriend. I was like, okay, I know I wanna get covered, right? So that's the plan. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? Probably at some point hands as well.
Yeah.
Probably I'll do something that goes. Don't tell the girlfriend yet. She something that goes up to the neck here. Because I think it's pretty cool to have something that comes out of the
Neck
t-shirt.
and hands are like
Yeah, I think it's pretty
probably
dope.
my favorite spot.
Yeah, it's so dope.
Yeah.
Of course, then you go, legs, feet, whatever. But then I was like, wait, around the waist, where do I stop? Do I stop? Do I go around the ass cheeks? Do I go on the ass cheeks? And I was like, I've no fucking clue, and I'm not gonna search this on Google.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, I wanted to ask you.
Weird pictures.
Yeah, I was like, especially because it's traditional, so it's like some pieces. It's not like I'm doing a sleeve or whatever. So Japanese, you see a lot. They go like really
over the ass.
well over the ass,
yeah.
and like almost in the crack, and it's a nice design. It's a nice
really
piece.
cool.
Yeah. But I was like, with traditional, how the fuck how? So I'm asking you now.
Yeah.
What should I do? And also, what do you have? How you like down there? So
Yeah, good question. I don't have my ass cheeks tattooed yet.
Yet.
Yeah. But I definitely gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only have like the left side of my ribs is still empty. My left foot and my ass cheeks. And from the front, it goes up all the way here.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna tattoo my dick.
No.
But I'm definitely gonna go above.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I know some people who come in the shop, especially one guy who's like fully covered, and he also has his dick tattooed.
Okay.
I know some more people who, like one guy, friend of mine who's also tattooing. I think he has like a spider on his dick.
Yeah, I was wondering, what do you put in there?
Yeah, other friend of mine, he has like a barbed wire on his dick.
Okay. Yeah.
So
like around or
no, just straight.
Straight. Okay.
So if we're talking dick tattoos, like the guy who comes in a lot. He got tattooed a lot with Basho. He has like his whole head done. I did a
Might have seen it, yeah.
If you see him, you probably know him. But he also has like his, I don't know, let's call it the dick sleeve.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
He also has the top of his dick tattooed. He has like a little old school flower on it.
Dick sleeve. I like it.
Yeah. And he has the side, he has like this olive branch. and he has some other dots and stuff around it. It looks pretty cool, but
Nice.
I don't know. Maybe it for me now it's not something I would do really soon. But I won't say I would never do it. But I think butt tattoos are really cool. One on the other and one on the other one, like two big ones. I already thought about it. I want to do something, I don't know, like some Japanese masks, or my colleague, he drew a big Jesus face, like one laughing and one crying, like something like this.
I've seen a lot of this. It was mostly girls.
Yeah.
Algorithm. Maybe. Oops.
Same for me, man.
Yeah, I don't know
what's
why.
wrong
It's
with
only
this.
girls in my feed. Like,
yeah.
oh well, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And it's usually two big piece, and of course, traditional that I look at, it's usually like a panther head or something like this.
Yeah.
And it looks amazing, or
a
a
big
rose,
flower or
a big
whatever.
flower,
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
and it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, okay, do I want to have one piece? I think it looks better, maybe one piece
two.
than weird little things.
Oh, yeah.
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 So you go maybe on the side with the little ones, but on the cheek itself, you want to have one big
I think
piece.
it looks the coolest.
Yeah.
But I also know a few guys who started out with having funny tattoos on the butt, like especially like students and stuff. Like I tattooed this guy. He lost a bet and then he earned some points for the how you say this, for the house he's in from
oh
student
yeah,
house.
student housing. Yeah.
Yeah, they do these challenges, and he had to, if they tattoo the house number. So he had like 3 tattoos, and they're all on his ass. Like, it can also be funny or look cool or whatever. You can do some smaller things, but like for me, because I think it's the coolest, because it's such a nice round spot. I think you should just do like one left, one right. I think that's, for me, is the best option.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's also gonna look weird, like we talked before. You first only did the front of the arms, and now you also have like the backs and stuff. If I'm like all naked and like everything is tattooed and the butt is empty,
White and empty. Yeah.
white and empty,
Shit.
man, you should get some tattoo on it, right? Because then everyone's gonna look at your ass.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah.
And if there's a tattoo on it, like, yeah,
It's part of the rest. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man.
white, but it's covered.
exactly, yeah, yeah.
All right. I never thought about the dick sleeve. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should look it up.
I will. We'll see. Maybe safe search
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
No, I think that goes. It's also really hard to tattoo. So
Yeah, it's
you have to stretch it yourself.
Ugh. Yeah, and the pain is probably
I
not
don't
great.
know, man. I think the top is painful, but the dick itself, I don't know. I think it shouldn't be too bad. I think ass is worse.
Oh yeah.
I heard that's also why I didn't do it yet. Also, obviously, because no one sees it. Not much people see it. Maybe if there's a tattoo on it, I'm gonna show it a little bit more often.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Okay. now there's no need to walk butt naked all day long. But I think I heard from most people it's not the best spot to get tattooed.
You mentioned once, I think the knee was one of the worst, right? Was it the knee or the elbow?
Knee is fucked up, yeah.
Oh, I know
Or
that
the ditch.
Yeah, and this is probably also
Armpit is also fucked up. Also, ribs is fucked up. But yeah, I also got my ribs done recently, and I think it took over a year for 3 sessions. First did the lining, then did the shading, then did color.
Right.
Then it's manageable,
Okay.
but still not the best.
No.
But I can imagine like ass would, I don't know.
It must be weird.
Yeah, it's pretty tight, like thin, sensitive skin. I should try it.
Yeah. Try it and come back on the pod and we'll talk about it.
I'll let you know.
Yeah. Then you'll show me as well.
But that's also like, I have to, to tell people, like, if you don't have it tattooed yourself, it's also weird. Like, we get a lot of these questions from customers as well. Like, I just saw this guy who had no tattoos and who was tattooing. Like, what do you think about this? I think, then you must not love tattoos if you don't have tattoos yourself. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah.
Also, you cannot like tell people like how is this gonna feel or like what is the worst place. You can tell it, but not you don't know it.
Talk from experience.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Okay, I will think about this. I need to. I'm not yet there, so I have time. I know, but it's just I was thinking like projecting myself in the future. Thinking,
I thought about this.
Yeah.
But also for people who don't have much tattoos, it can be like a weird question. But for me, because I'm almost fully covered, it's like not a weird thing. Like
that's where you are in the process.
I don't have a lot more space, so eventually I have to. But if you don't have much, I don't know, it can be maybe a bit weird.
Do you see people coming for a first or second or third tattoo that could be sometimes directly into areas that are very visible, for example, hands or neck?
Yes, but not too much.
No, because that's quite bold. And it
also
says
we don't recommend it, like, especially the hands. Like if it's like really small, like they want a name in the neck, like it's really common. Especially with, I don't know, construction people or whatever, like they want to get to the son's name in the neck. Yeah. I don't know, I don't mind. But if you want to get like a big, bold tattoo in the neck, I wouldn't recommend it. Especially if people are young.
Yeah.
But still nowadays, like we were talking, almost 20-30% was tattooed. Like it only gets up, like, and old grumpy people, they die. So like it gets really more acceptable. So maybe we'll see a change. Like it gets normalized, people getting tattoos in the neck, or hands. But from the old way, how I learned it in the shop as well, is like you shouldn't get your hands done unless your arms are full. And still you would tattoo the legs first as well before getting hands done.
Yeah.
But nowadays if you have like fully covered sleeves and somebody would say, I want my hands done, no problem. I'm not gonna ask how your legs are doing. I don't care. But if you only have a hand tattoo, I will always tell them like, man, you don't want to look like you have a glove on, because it will look weird. If the rest is empty and you only have like a hand tattoo, it will look weird.
I wonder if that's maybe the goal of certain people, to have like the visual aspect of like, I'm fully covered, but I'm actually not. So you have only like
some young
4
people.
arms. And then you have maybe here, maybe one on the ankle, but then the rest is completely, So then you take your t-shirt off, you're like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, but that's what we tell them as well. Like if you take your shirt off, or like, you're gonna look a little bit like a poser. You don't want to look like a poser.
Yeah.
Like, people are not gonna take you serious if you have hands done, neck done, you take off your shirt and everything's empty. It's gonna look weird.
Yeah, you're not gonna get laid like this.
No way. Yeah, good. Yeah, maybe I'll use this one.
Yeah, good luck.
You're gonna not.
You want to have sex? Don't do this.
No, exactly. Yeah, I'll remember that one.
Oh man, that's a good argument. Yeah.
Yeah.
One more theme I want to like touch on today. So you have a lot of people coming in for usually a couple of hours, right? In a thing. So people, like when you go to the hairdresser. I don't know about this, but I guess people sit down and then they talk to you, and maybe they open up, maybe they like. So I'm curious because this is a job where people will sit down, talk to you about anything and everything. Some personal stuff. Some people maybe, I don't know if they put music on or whatever. So I'm actually thinking, how do you deal with having to talk to customers and sometimes having to listen to whatever weird stuff they have to say, or if they ask you weird questions? Like, did you think about this going into this field? And how do you deal with this on the everyday life?
That's a good question, because sometimes you get like weird stories. But then also I'm always glad, like, my colleague Victor is always like picking everything up and like changing the mood a little bit or whatever. And it takes a little bit of the awkwardness away, like, because you're with more people. But if it gets too personal or too like weird, I just always tell people like, can you like stop talking because you're like moving, or like I cannot concentrate like this. Just
what kind of weird stuff are we talking about now? Like
relationship issues, or like if it's regular people, of course you can tell about this, but some people they come up with personal stuff and you don't know them, and it gets a little bit too intense, like stuff like this, like, I don't know, people dying on them, or like telling their whole life story. Like I once had a woman who told she was like an older woman, told she was like a prostitute and stuff. Like, I don't want to know about this. Like, I just turned my life around and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, I was like, good for you. Can you lay still now and stop talking, because I cannot concentrate like this.
It was too heavy. It was like too heavy, too intense.
Like, and I don't know you well enough to
say anything about this, to judge, or to
exactly. I don't want to judge. I don't want to say about anything about this. So yeah, just try to change the conversation a little bit. Like, oh, where are you from, or what do you do now? Instead of like talking the heavy shit, what you did. Yeah, it's a good question. So sometimes it's awkward, but like most of the people I tattoo, they're like regular, so I don't have it too much. But yeah, sometimes it gets weird, man. Also had this woman, she wanted to hook up, and knowing I had a girlfriend, and she already had an open marriage or something like this. And I tried to switch the conversation, like telling her like, I already have a girlfriend, so that's not gonna work out. And then she said, yeah, that's okay. I'm also married, but I think you can talk this through. I was like, no, I just like, wasn't it enough just telling you I already have a girlfriend?
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a no. Yeah.
Pick up the signal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, and then it's nice also to have your colleague like making a joke out of it, and then just change the subject or whatever.
Right.
After that, she never came back. So probably she felt the hint.
She got the message.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. But yeah, it was weird.
I can imagine. I can imagine that you see or hear a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
But also that made me laugh when I thought about the question, because if I come to you for, let's say, 2 pieces, it takes a couple of hours. So the first 2 hours, maybe we talk. And then after 2.5 hours, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, of course.
So the conversation
Same
drops.
for me.
And you're also like, you have to go through it. You have to finish the thing, and you can feel that it's energy, like energy is like, okay, let's take a break. Let's finish this. Yeah. So I wonder if it's most people like this, right?
Yeah. And it's also I think the weirdest people, it's always like the people you don't know getting the smaller stuff. I don't know why, but I'm not gonna say it's the people with infinities, but it's kind of this direction, like most of the times. Nothing against the infinities, but you know what I mean? Like people getting like bolder traditional tattoos, they're more out there for the love of tattooing, and the people who come up with the weird question, they always have the meaningful personal tattoos, and they really want to talk about this, and that's also probably why they get the tattoo, to get attention and tell why they got this, and like, I don't know, ruin your day.
That makes sense. I can see.
Right?
Yeah. I think it links to what you said before, with like it tells a little bit about the people themselves, the psychology of those people, who they are in the everyday life, and like they're doing this for like, hey, look at me, I have a story to tell, and you're gonna have to listen to it.
Know,
you have to know as well. Yeah.
And funny thing is, they always get the same tattoo, you know? Like, for example, the dot with the comma.
I don't know that.
It means like it's like a suicide tattoo. Like you tried to kill yourself, but
like
you
move
on. Yeah. Like I tattooed a few of them, and some of the people, like, they're really getting this for themselves. But I also had this one customer like asking me, "Do you know what this tattoo means?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know what it means." And then she still, like, it was like a sign of like, I know what it means. I don't want to hear the story. Like, let's get it over and give you the tattoo and be happy with your life, you know? So I told her like, yes, I know what it means. And then she starts talking the whole, she wants to try to tell the whole life story about how depressed she was and blah, blah. And then, yeah, there was also something I was like, okay, yeah. I'm good, you know, like, good for you, but I don't want to get too close. I don't know you. Like, please don't tell me your whole, yeah. You also don't want to be disrespectful.
No, but you also have to set limits.
Yeah, right.
Because they come to you, it's their one thing in, I don't know, a couple of months or maybe a year that they do this.
Yeah.
This is your everyday life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if you really want to talk about this, like, go see someone who
actually give a shit.
Also has knowledge about this.
Can help you. Somebody can help you. Yeah, a therapist.
But still, like what I was telling you, they get this tattoo for a reason, so they can show other people and tell other people, like, do you know what this means? Yeah. Like, they want to spread the word, kind of. Yeah, like what I said earlier. But this one I wanted to mention because I thought it was like really intense. Yeah. Like, also, you shouldn't just tell people your whole life story, you know, right? If you don't know them.
I feel like you should have some sensitivity on like how people are receptive.
Yeah.
If you're interested in my story, then I'll give you more. But if you're like, yeah, cool, bro, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I'm gonna back off. I don't want to. Some people just like to speak and hear themselves as well.
Yeah, it's also really one way direction. That's the thing I don't like. Like, it's only sending. Like, I can, what we talked earlier, I cannot really say anything about it because I also don't know you. So the only thing I can do is like, okay, that's shitty. Okay, yeah. And that's gonna be it. So I don't know what's the meaning or what's the higher purpose of telling me this stuff. Yeah.
What's the best thing to tattoo? What are the designs that you prefer, that you like to tattoo a lot? I know there's a lot of choices.
It's gonna be the classics, like skulls are always good. Do I have to say all the whole row? Swallows, no, panthers, tigers, eagles, women, of course. Women hats, also really like to do. Yeah, just all the classics. They're always good. Like they're still here for a reason. Sometimes people come in and they're like, they have this spot and they already have an eagle, and I see this spot and think, oh, that should be a good eagle. And they're like, oh, I already have one. And I'm like, yeah, I have 3. Like, if something good, it's good, you know. You cannot never have enough roses. And maybe I think this is the nice thing to tattoo, a rose, still. Because like every time you can draw it differently. Every shape you can fit it everywhere in between. You can always switch the core, switch the leaves, switch the branch, switch the color.
So many options.
Yeah. Black and gray, fine line, Chicano, traditional. Even realistic roses are cool, I think. Yeah. And I'm not really a big fan of realistic, but I know with roses it looks cool. Oh.
What's the best music to have in the shop?
For me, I think it's hip hop.
Yeah,
just like old school Wu-Tang stuff like this. Yeah, but I also like
Taylor Swift.
Maybe for you next time. No, I think it should be chill, you know.
Yeah,
because especially when you get a long tattoo, like in the old shop I worked, we also listened to a lot of hard rock, heavy metal stuff. Especially like old school stuff, Iron Maiden, Black Sabbath. It's nice for a while, but if you're getting tattooed for 3-4 hours, like the first hour is okay. In the end, I don't know, people should be chill, comfortable. So yeah, most of the time we just listen to old school hip hop. Especially, like the Wu-Tang, Biggie, stuff like this.
Dude, you're the man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
It was a lot of fun. Where can people find your work, find you online?
Yeah, we're located in Utrecht, the Twijnstraat 45. Instagram, Enrico.Bandito. And the shop is Prick, of course. You can find it at Prick Tattoo on Instagram.
Nice.
Also have a website, pricktattoo.com. Not really hard to find.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you, bro.
For today was really interesting.
Yeah.
And I think we could talk again for like hours, but
maybe
we're ready.
Next time,
maybe next time, definitely.
Bring some beers.
I'll actually buy more beers. That's on me. I fucked this up. Yeah, thank you, and I'll see you in the shop.
Yeah, it
very
was
soon.
nice.
Yeah.
Nice doing this.
Appreciate
Good
you.
experience.
Yeah.
Thanks.